I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Good morning. Got a great review today. Revisiting an old friend. This is a sauce, boy, I'll tell you what. One of my favorite sauce companies, I've said this from the beginning, is Hellfire hot sauce. Just great company, great people, great merch, just a great company. Anyway, this sauce, oh man, fear this. At the time, it was the hottest pepper, the Carolina Reaper, but this is a hotter sauce than the last Stab Experience, Triple X, whatever that is. I promise you, this is a hotter sauce. This is wicked. All right, so Merle is a friend of mine years ago. We want to be exact, on February 23rd of 2017. Now, I only started the channel in October. So like 4 months into the channel, I get a call from Merle from Hellfire Hot Sauce. So we've been friends a long time. Merle says to me, "Got a challenge for you, Scoville." I said, "Let's hear it." And he goes, "Drink a case of hot sauce." He didn't even say drink. He said try to drink it. He knew I wasn't going to be able to. Anyway, I said, "Okay, how many bottles in a case?" He goes, 12, which I knew, but I was hoping he'd say 6 or something. Like a special Hellfire case or something. So he sends me a case of this. It's 60, I don't know if it's 63 or 60, it's either 60% or 63%. POP, that is percentage of pepper. This is a wicked hot sauce. So what I did, it's one of the only challenges I've ever done where I kind of knew going into it that I was going to fail. True story. So I put a link in the description box at the end of the video. That video right there is going to be the video I'm talking about. These are going to be all the challenges, but this one right here will be the video where I attempted to eat a case of this. Not one of my wiser moves. I still love Merle. I want you to know that. I still love Diana. Great people. Anyhow, I took this bottle of sauce, or a case of them, and I had a big bowl, and I just poured them. I think I poured 6, half of it. And with a big giant spoon, like I was eating Wheaties, I tried to drink a case of this hot sauce. Nice song, dude. Did you hear that? Pretty stout, pretty strong effort. It was brutal. I had PTSD. At the end of the video, you can just go watch it. It's a mess. Come on. Work with me. Work with me. Your other feathered friends work with me. Cut me a break. So I didn't do the whole case. I knew I wasn't going to be able to. I think I finished 7 bottles or 8 bottles or something like that. 7 bottles. It was a nightmare. Not a good day. It was a rough one. Here's the problem. Look, when I did this challenge, do you know how long it was before I tasted it again? It was probably a couple years before I would even taste it again. I like the sauce. It's a great sauce, but trying to drink a case of it, maybe not my brightest move. Anyway, this is a wicked hot sauce. Now, I've been saying for a long time that they really are one of my favorite companies, but here's what you need to know about Hellfire. There we go. Hellfire is a hot sauce company that's run by chili heads. So when they say, "Hey, look, this is a hot sauce," they kind of mean it. And if they tell you, "Look, because there are some companies that will say things and they aren't true or they aren't accurate just to get a sale. We know who those companies are. They're pretty obvious. But this is a company that when they say it's hot, you bank on it. You know what I mean? You can just count on it because it's a chili head run company. All right, so this is Fear This. One of the hottest sauces, one of the hottest natural sauces you're going to be able to get. It's absurd. In fact, it's even hotter than some sauces that have distillate in it. Just saying. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. It's a great sauce for pizza, tacos, any kind of Mexican food. It's a great sauce. It's super hot. Just doing the 1 spoonful right now. My tolerance is down. It's the off season. I think today I'm getting peppers. But, ooh, a cardinal and a quail just kind of had a problem with each other. That was interesting. But my tolerance is down. Just tasting that 1 spoonful, I'm thinking back going, what was I thinking? I wouldn't attempt that again. In fact, I've been asked to do that again. No way. Now this is just, it's very Reaper. Wicked Reaper. So if you don't like Carolina Reaper flavor, you're not going to like this sauce. Because it's Reaper. It's just super, super strong sauce. Great lingering. Here's the thing. If you like that flavor, you'll love this pepper or this sauce. It's grown on me. I think that super hot peppers and super hot flavor in general is sort of like bourbon. Nobody gets a shot of bourbon or on the rocks the first time and go, is that lovely bourbon? I think the first time you taste it, it tastes like poison, you know? And it's an acquired taste. I think that the first time I tasted a super hot pepper, it wasn't like I wasn't going to look at my fingers waiting for another one, you know what I mean? And this is that sauce. For chili, this is a chili head sauce company. This is a chili head sauce. This is a screamer. Non-chili head, it's a 30 out of 10. It's going to hurt you. You will have a wicked healthy respect for Fear This. Great sauce, great name. Wicked hot sauce. If you're a chili head, this is a 9 and up. There are going to be some that'll call it an 8. You know, someone broken who might say it's a 7 or a 6. But I mean, this is a 9 and up. This is a stupid hot sauce. One of the hottest that there are. Hellfire hot sauce. Fear This. So listen, if you want to see that challenge, just come right there. I have a list that we're going to go over today. Great trivia questions here. These are the These are the 5 most profitable movies of all time. Not based on box office dough that's been brought in, right? This is based on profitability, based on the budget, all right? How many dollars they brought in versus how much they spent to make the video. Because there's like Avatar, 2.9 or 2.7 billion dollars worldwide. Holy mackerel. But do you know what it cost to make that movie? That's why it doesn't appear on this list. Here we go. The very first one. It's a 1977 movie from surreal horror movie from it's called Eraserhead. It's a desolate industrialized metropolis. The movie follows Henry Spencer as he tries to raise his a child he has that has a disfigurement. But here's the deal: it was shot in black and white. It's because it's a cult classic, all right. Eraserhead cost $10,000 to make, 10 grand, right? And it did a 22 million. Excuse me, pardon me, wrong line. Excuse me, that's the next video. It did a profit of $7 million with a budget of only 10,000. Think about that. It's staggering, unbelievable. The next movie is interesting. I almost decided to omit it from the list because of the nature and the genre of the film, but because of the cultural significance and the impact it's had for free speech and for obscenity laws. Anyway, it's a movie called Deep Throat. All right, it was made in 1972. It had a budget of $25,000. It's a adult movie, okay, but the reason is it became a cultural phenomenon, and it really generated tons of discussion about obscenity laws, censorship, and such. So it was an important movie, if nothing else, because of that. So even though it cost $25,000 to make, it did $22.5 million worldwide. Unbelievable amount of money. The next one is a movie that I helped promote. Not promote, my money is in this. I saw it, scared the pants off me. I was the perfect clown to see this movie. It's the Blair Witch Project. Now, it's a movie, a 1999 horror movie directed by Daniel Myrick and Eduardo Sanchez. It follows a group of documentary filmmakers who become lost in the woods while investigating a local legend about a witch. Here's the deal. It was like lost footage, one of those kind of movies, you know what I mean? Where supposedly it was real. Now, I was a guy, I was their dream. When they made this movie, I was the clown, their dream butt in a seat in a movie theater. Because I didn't know anything about it. I was working a job where I was working 80 hours a week, no joke, getting a half a day off or maybe a day off a month. It was unbelievable how much I was working. One of the reasons that I'm not married to my kid's mom anymore. But I had to work, you know. It was just the way it was. At any rate, I walked in and I didn't know anything about it other than the name. My brother-in-law, my kid's mom, my ex-brother-in-law, former brother-in-law, good kid, good guy. But he said, let's go watch a movie. I'm like, oh, I'll watch it with you. Didn't know what it was other than the name. He didn't tell me what it was, didn't know what it was, so I sat down. When I tell you it scared the pants off me, it scared, wow, horrific. Anyway, Blair Witch Project only cost $60,000 to make. 60 grand, and that includes, that's everything, the whole budget, actors, editing, but you know, marketing, the whole 9 yards. $60,000 to make this movie. And it has a gross profit, are you guys ready for this, of $248 million. $250 million, $248,600,000 on a $60,000 budget. Now, when I tell you that movie scared the tar out of me, I'm not joking, you know. Speaking of tar, the next one is Tar Nation. All right, this is a movie 2003, Tar Nation. All right, it's a movie about it's a filmmaker's own experience of growing up with a mentally ill mom. Tar Nation is a highly personal documentary made on a budget. Are you ready for this? The budget of Tar Nation is $218.32. It almost sounds funny. It's not funny because of the nature of the video and everything. But when you say $218.32, you're like, wait, what? That's what it cost to make this movie, and it did $1.2 million in profit. So even though the profit is super low, considering it only cost $218 to make, it comes in at number 2 on this list of the most profitable movies based against the budget. All right, unbelievable. All right, so the number 1 movie, as far as profitability based on what the movie cost to make, is Paranormal Activity, going back to the year 2007. Now, here's the deal. The horror movie Paranormal Activity was produced and helmed by Oren Peli in 2007, okay? The movie centers around Katie and Micah. It's a young couple who live in a house that's cursed by an evil spirit. A terrifying atmosphere was produced by the movie's found video format. The same idea, found content, you know what I mean? Night vision cameras, just created a creepy effect, big time. Kept you on the edge of your seat. One of those say, oh, you'll buy the whole seat, you only sit on half of it, that kind of movie. It cost, listen to this, man, this is crazy. It cost 15 grand to make that movie. That's it, $15,000. That was all. And it had a profit of $193 million on a $15,000. Imagine that. I got an investment for you. You give me 15 grand, I'm going to give you back 196 million. Does that work for you? Or how about you give me $213.32, I'm going to give you back $1 million too. Does that work? We did that all day, right? Who wouldn't come up with $213? Right? Anyhow, we're going to wrap it up. Well, interesting video yesterday. Before I'm going to end it, I'm going to wrap it up and talk about this briefly, about the California's attempted ban on dye, red dye. It's funny, when I made that, it was a rant. No two ways about it. When I did the video, I said I'm gonna get emails. I had a whole bunch of you that sent me nasty emails, told me why you're never gonna watch my channel again. You think I did this for views? It's funny. It's a Monsters Inc. reference. Oh, I wish you knew the stuff that's going on right now as we speak. Anyhow, I think it's fun. Of course, I can see the opposing point of view. There's red dye, it's bad for kids. But it's stunning to me that those that chose to attack me for making that video, it's stunning to me you couldn't see my point of view. Here's the thing. I think most of the people that jumped on me and gave me a hard time, I think they obviously knew my point of view. That was just, they're getting a jab in there, which I respect. That's why we do this. Fair play. Fair play. So while I think I can obviously see your point of view, I found it stunning you couldn't see mine. In the description box, you're going to see a link for Hellfire hot sauce. Break. If you want a hot sauce from a hot sauce company, a chili head hot sauce company, run by legit chili heads, this one is ridiculous. Check out Fearless. Check out Hellfire. Great company. For real. My son, Johnny Scoville Jr., my brother, Tommy Scoville, the lifeboat, right there. Challenge that I've done. And right here is where I tried to drink a case of this. Stupid? Sure. Was it dumb? Absolutely. Was it an impossible challenge? Yeah, probably. Am I glad I did it? You betcha. It was a great experience. It was... When I tell you that I had PTSD from it, I'm not playing. I really did. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.